Welcome to this game of Mechabellum. I will be playing against Neuron. And as you can see my options here, Fortified, Supply, Sabertooth and Quick Supply Specialist. From those, after the nerf I don't like the Fire Badger too much, but Sabertooth looks really good and Quick Supply could be considered, but I end up choosing Sabertooth spec, while my opponent went for Rhino Specialist. Start positioning here, very aggressive on this side. It's expected since we have towers, wall and towers on the other sides. And this one is very open. I'm deciding here how am I going to put my rounds. I have been testing the incendiary bomb instead of mech rage here. Since nowadays I don't go for hound main shaft clear with range and mech rage. So I just removed the mech rage. The range can still be clicked if you want them to help more with shaft clear, they just want to be your main on that. But the fire can help a lot with shaft clear. You see me here taking quite some time deciding on what I'm going to do. Let me speed this up. And I keep moving them. Eventually settle for here to counter him. But then I have to decide what other unit I'm going to grab. It takes way too long to decide it. The time is running out. I position one, go to position the other, and the time runs out. And both my marksmen are here. Let's go back to normal speed. End up with two vertical lined marksmen in mid. Not the greatest, but at least they are stacking, hitting the same Sabertooth. And I will win the first round. Mostly because of the sledges. He doesn't have a good way to kill sledges with his current team. Here there is a first. And he would just skip, and I will eventually skip too. I was thinking maybe grabbing the cheaper mobile beacon, but ended up just skipping it. You will see me grab my marksman to put where I wanted to put one before. And my first shaft. Just behind the hounds. This will come to annoy me later. I was thinking of putting them like this, then change it, but we will see. This annoy me later. Also one shaft here on this side. A vertical one could be better here. Because if you see, I am leaving spaces for something big to come in here. And these three crawlers here are going to annoy me to put something in here. My opponent went for defense in the back, with two fangs in the back right now. Don't know why he went so soon for that, but that left his front line quite weak. Especially with my added crawlers and marksmen. And he loses more hit points. I get my free Sabertooth. And we have units. He will grab the Void Eye since he needed more DPS against my sledges. And I think I will go for Arclight. Because I will need more shaft clear eventually. And it's offering me 3 of them. That's a high number of deployments. Also got one level on one of the markers. You see me put one in here just in case he decided to attack the side with something. Here, and I think this one I will leave it here. Don't remember if I remember to move the saber-tooth somewhere else or if it stays here. But I grab more crawlers. Since I still have very little chaff. And another one. But my opponent went for voids and attacked them. And grabbed even more. He really invested on the void eyes. And I left the saber-tooth here. He sold his saber-tooth. Completely switched to void eyes instead. Which is beautiful because you don't want to invest on 2 units that do the same thing. But he has a serious problem of lack of shaft clear. He only has his hounds, not many of them, and no techs. And hounds without tech don't clear shaft that well. Even with a lot of my army diverting to the side, this one still wins easily. And the saber-tooth surprisingly survived. Mass saber-tooth. It's a good card if it comes a bit sooner. But I have other ideas. I want mountain. And he received his rhino. And you will notice one problem I have on this side, which is shaft clear. Instead of going for one more crawler and fang, I should have went for one arc light to put here. But I probably underestimated him. He only had one shaft in here, arriving too late. It was basically a bad prediction. Wasn't expecting this. And the mountain take a lot of resources. But it has a very good target. Look at this. The rider just evaporates. This is deadly. 9 seconds debuff. Because I had one arc light in here and he was alone to defend this tower. And now another 9 seconds debuff and I managed to lose the turn I get the mountain. So the lesson is never leave your tower unprotected. I was already investing in putting a mountain here, so I could put something else on this side. I just skip it and he went for tech, even if he already had techs. So I go for another mountain. And I wanted to put it here, but this crawler wasn't helping me. I didn't want to. Okay, I had already sold the saber-tooth. I needed the money. If I sold the crawler, it would be 100 less. I need to put something on this side to protect this tower. Can we put one here too? No, here on this side. My enemy started to attack even more this side with a deep flank of hound and crawlers, which will distract my mountain. but now I have 2. You can see that I'm getting at soft levels, but I don't have the money to grab them. 0 money left. This turn, the Rhino managed to kill something. I managed to win this side, although he eventually will win because of the Phoenix. And if you notice something, I have nothing to kill Ayer in here. And he just managed to kill my marksman. I have only 1 marksman left. Although, nah, I have the fangs too, so it wouldn't be that much of a problem. Let's speed this. They're going for the tower, then the other tower, and then the marksman will snipe those Phoenix that have no hope of killing my mountain. Way too much of HP for a level 1 Phoenix. And level for the mountain, even if it's not that useful in this situation. We have some good units here. I went for the most obvious Mustang. It's usually always good. Unless your opponent grabs some armored main front line, they usually do quite well. And my opponent went for a counter to the mountain with melting point. He also grabbed charged shot, which I think is a mistake. He either invest on melting or on more onto void eyes, not both. His uncharged void eyes were doing quite fine killing my sledges and other units. Don't need 2 to kill the mountains. I grabbed missile launcher, but thinking back, maybe I should have went for range first, since I knew he was going to grab melting point and range them. So now 170 against 100. Even if the rocket launchers can eventually kill melting points. I also put the Mustangs on each side. The Mustangs can deal with everything here except the melting points. It surprised me that he didn't sell the Rhino. And you can see here my tower gets close to getting destroyed. See, losing HP, and melting point grabs my mountain. Mountain down, and debuff. And that hurts. Another debuff, and with the mountains with such a low range compared to the enemy melters, no chance for them. Improved firepower is the only thing that I can see here that can help me. Too late for efficient attack. I don't need melters, no, or factory. My opponent will have a very strange choice. He's grabbing more upgrades, but it will take too long to pay off. I finally go for the fire that I said I was going to go for at the start of the game to help me clear the shaft faster. Because until now I had unranged hounds unranged arc lights, and a few Mustangs that I put later. That was all my shaft clear. I will even put one in front here. Throw fire, since this one is targeting the back. Noticed it, and this one too. So I needed someone to throw fire in front of the enemy. I also put one here. And now I have fire everywhere and range. So things should work well. I fixed the problems I saw last round. It was bad shaft clear and lack of range to the mountains. And let's see how this goes now. Even grabbed increased range here. He didn't, so 170 against 155. Let's see, on the sides things are going much better. Even here, they managed to kill everything except the melting point, and the mountain did the job with the rocket. Has a level 2 melting point in here, but I have too much units in front. The buff, there's no chance. And that's enough damage to win. So, a mountain game. I really like to play with mountains. But that's it. Hope you all enjoyed this game. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you on the next one.